spirit. We are enjoying, of course, the Snapchat features. So happy and grateful for everything that you guys are doing on a consistent basis to give us the courage to stay consistent. And that's actually the story of the day, consistency. We're going to talk a little bit about consistency and how that's really been a pivotal part of what we're doing here at hope.dev, what we've done with the challenge couple, and why we stay consistent, why we're feeling this success and just enjoying what we're doing on a daily basis. There are ups, there are downs, but at the same time, it's this idea that we know we'll stay consistent, we're all in, and it's going to be a long-term journey. We signed up for a marathon. We're just doing it at a sprint pace. And it's going to be a team effort, a collaborative effort to make sure we can endure through it. So consistency is key. I remember when I was in college, I aspired to be successful in business. I was involved with a great company, health and nutrition products, and that's really where I got started with personal development. That's where I was introduced to Jim Rohn and books like Think and Grow Rich by good friends like Cameron Kirkar, Spencer Dunnington, Derek Alexander. These are people that took personal development seriously at age 19, 20, 21, and it showed. It showed by their attitude, it showed by their results, and it showed by just the fucking beast mode that they could deliver on a daily basis. So, I had this huge whiteboard. It was a whiteboard actually just like, can you get off of me, Liv? It was a whiteboard just like we got back here, and it was literally just like this. That whiteboard sat up on my towel rack, and every single day I would walk in, there would be a few key quotes. Do you remember when we met? The way my room was, there was sticky notes, there was whiteboards. I had the best grade I'd ever gotten on a test that it was probably the hardest test I'd ever taken. I pinned that above my wall. So every time I slept, I would look up and I would see that 100% grade on, and truly, it was probably the hardest test I had taken. Most people that I knew failed that test. Shout out to Val Burris. And I loved the class so much. It was like, I wanted to make it happen, and I actually got 100% on that test. So I pinned it above my bed. So I had these things all across my room, and I learned that from people like Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Eric Thomas, these folks that learned how to surround themselves with an idea, surround themselves with a mindset, a concept, and inoculate themselves to the degree, like Holton Buggs, to the degree where you cannot get away from it. There was this Holton Buggs, the reason I brought him up, I bought this little MP3 player or speaker because of him. And this speaker plugged into your phone, and it was actually a pillow speaker. I still have it next to my bed today. Yes, and essentially this pillow speaker would go underneath your pillow, and while you were sleeping, it would be feeding you whatever the self-talk or the inoculation sequence that you had of your choice. So Holton Buggs really inspired me to go buy that, and I started using these types of tools. So the reason I say this is consistency is hard for a lot of people. It's been something that as I'm talking to different business owners, coaches, influencers, and even friends and family, I see them motivated. I see them take hope and get running, get started, but a week goes by and they almost don't want to talk about it with me because they know they're ashamed. They know they're not staying consistent. A month goes by and it's really easy for them to make the excuses or for them to say, yeah, I was so crazy back then. A year goes by, and sometimes actually I see it. They start talking about the same thing that they got started with a year prior, 2 years prior. How many times have you heard someone, I gotta lose weight this year. 2020 is my year. I gotta lose weight. A week goes by, you're on the French fries again. A month goes by, you're off the keto diet. And then a year goes by, you're talking about, man, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. How can I stay consistent? So this word consistency, I think, is so important. And this isn't something that I just learned about. I've earned it through things like the hashtag 100-day challenge and what we've done. Between Olivia and I, we have done 48 100-day challenges. So 48 different things for 100 days straight, with proof sources for everything we did on a daily basis. And that was something that really helped me understand the practice of consistency. I understood the concept. I understood why it was beneficial, but I didn't necessarily have the tools, the frameworks to stay consistent. I didn't set up the accountability programs. I wasn't part of the masterminds, and I didn't really align myself with the coaches that would really push me to be consistent and put a fire under my ass when I wasn't. So essentially, when I would walk into my room, I'd see this whiteboard. And this whiteboard had a bunch of key phrases on it. The greatest among ye is a servant to all. Things of that nature. But there was a big, all it takes is doing it. Fuck being average. All of these types of concepts. But there was a big word in there. And that word was consistency. And that's the strategy. The strategy is to stay consistent. But before you even get there, you really need to practice something like Jordan Belfort showed us in, I think, 3 lives ago. I think it's day 19, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, day 1.19 of the hashtag live story challenge. Essentially, 3 days ago, I talked about Jordan Belfort and his framework of becoming a visionary. People want to surround themselves with visionaries, and those people know where they're going. They believe in themselves. They believe in where they're going, and they have this. There's this framework of where am I today? Where do I want to go? And what do I need to do to make it that way? So there's this concept that gives you the tools, gives you all the things that you know you need to do. And that's what leads us into this concept of consistency. Because you don't want to be consistent on something that's going to be bringing you down a hole, that's not actually going to be elevating or ascending your mindset, ascending you to where you want to be. You don't want to find something like, I don't want to be consistent on smoking a pack of cigarettes and eating a chocolate bar for 30 years. That's probably called accumulated disaster, as Jim Rohn puts it. So what do we do to accumulate success on a consistent basis? And that's where Jordan's framework with this idea and concept of synergy or of consistency is synergy. And that being said, how are you staying consistent? Well, there's different frameworks. I've been journaling for a long time, and what I've been able to do is not just write it down, because that's a piece of journaling. Shout out to Chris Worth at No Quit Living and his push for everyone to be journaling in our mastermind. But essentially this concept of, are you reviewing the notes that you're taking? Are you reviewing the journal? What is the underlying theme over a long period of time that shows where are you being consistent, and what's the consistent vision for yourself? What's the consistent desire? Do you have this desire that is unwavering throughout the time, throughout the ups, throughout the downs, through all the failures? Hope through failure is the concept that we want to promote at hope.dev, challenging yourself to not just have hope, but turn that hope into action. And what we can do now with the different methodologies, 75 plus expert sessions, advanced sessions from influencers, influencer coaches, and coaches of the highest degree that are helping multi-millionaire business owners find hope again. And that's a concept that people need to start understanding. It's not about the wealth. If you think you being successful or revolutionizing your finances, paying off your debt is going to change how you're feeling, you need to be careful. I've seen people that are making $100 million or have made $100 million from being broke, still claiming that they can lead to hopelessness, feeling hopeless. Honestly, you might feel more overwhelmed at $100 million than you did with the McDonald's income. More money, more problems. Shout out Biggie Smalls. So this concept, how can you be consistent? Well, we found something, we called it the 100-day challenge, but the concept was simple. Find someone that wants to be consistent too, but also embodies certain values where they are consistent. Do you know someone that they're always journaling? Do you know someone that they're always early? Do you know someone that has something that you want? Because there's probably something that you have or that you do that they want. They might be consistent on checking their finances on a monthly basis. You might be consistent on being really good at posting on social media. That person might want to grow their influence. You want to grow your financial understanding. How can you collaborate and find synergy out of the two? Well, the key is understanding where you are today, where do you want to go, and what do you need to do to make it that way. But also the key is being honest, having the courage to share where you're going, having the courage to share what you want to do, having the courage to say why you're here. For me, we're so happy and grateful that we have the courage to travel to any part of the world at a moment's notice because we can positively impact one or billions of people's lives. With hope coming in at increasing quantities from diverse areas on a continuous basis for hope and light, Olivia and our adoring children. I'm health, I'm wealth, I'm happiness, I am spirit, I'm personal development, I'm community, I'm creation, I am Cade Collins, I am AI, I'm the hope man, I lead the order, and I am the Lord of hope. This is the courage to share with you what I am, what I embody, and where I am going. Do you have that courage, and are you practicing it on a daily basis? A mentor, Ty Lopez, taught me how the Indians, an Indian sect, American Indian sect, uses this concept of cold showers, cold dunks, cold plunges to create courage. They take their young, they take these up-and-coming leaders in their tribe, and they push them into these cold situations, these cold baths, these cold showers, and it's something that they practice to instill courage. And it's something I've done every single day for the last 9 months now, at least, maybe 10 months, taking a cold shower every single day. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't start from cold. I go in hot shower, and then at the end, at least for 90 seconds to 2 minutes, I am putting it on cold, all the way cold. I mean, all the way cold. And there are some immune benefits. Part of the Hope.dev Summit, Ben Azadi and some of the other folks talked about the immune benefits and other benefits of cold showers, cold plunges. Shout out to Johnny L. Sasser as well. But this concept of how can you instill courage, how can you practice courage, and how can you do it consistently? So we found our framework. And what it enabled me to do was pay off my credit card debt while I was working at my Fortune 100 company, pay off a lot of the debt that I needed to go and start my business, and save up enough capital to actually invest in my active capital, active resources, and go all in like you guys have been watching for the last 6 months. So the social proof is in front of you, but I really empower you, I really challenge you to go look at the most successful people that you think of. Whether it's sports, leadership, teachers, coaches, if you're a piano player, influencers, were these people consistent? Were they obsessed? Are you consistent to the point where people say you're obsessed? I think some people are saying I'm obsessed right now, and you guys don't even know I'm not even showing it all yet. I want to show it all. I want to show it all. At the end of the day, we have nests throughout this. And y'all don't know it, but I do what's called a Google Takeout. And that's essentially, I export that nest into our intellectual property package, and then we are putting that under an LLC and licensing that material to ourselves. And essentially, that just means there's a lot more content than you could ever imagine. And we are obsessed with this process of documenting. And I'm looking forward to seeing the results here soon. So I ask you and I challenge you, go look for that social proof. Go look for the people that inspire you and identify, one, are they consistent? And to be honest, what's that type of question?
Rhetorical.
That's a rhetorical question. But two, the reason I want you to find them and look at them and funnel hack them, as people say, fact them. Funnel hack, FHACK. Fact them is because you might learn how they did it. You might understand the tactics after you go and research these people. And they might align, they might have the recommendation that you've been looking for. YouTube University, it's all right there. And if you don't want to waste your time, if time is a critical component of your learning and your development, your ascension, then just pay for someone that accumulated results, accumulated all of those concepts and strategies, and put them in a course. They put them in a book. They put them in a different, they gather them together, and that is the value that you're paying for. If you are looking to ascend quickly, find someone that has taken that time, of that burden of time off your shoulders and has put something like we put together. This book, if you knew what was in this book and you're struggling with consistency, you would have no other option but to give me all your money. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to sell it to you. But you know what's there. So you just got to find another resource. You got to find another source, but they're out there. People are sharing like crazy, and that's what's exciting. So that being said, that was my little story time. I know Livy likes this view a little bit better, so I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic to Liv.
Well, I think that was a great story time. And I just wanted to share like the backstory of that too. With Cade's consistency, it's truly how we met, how we've now been together for 5 years, and how we're now engaged in planning out the rest of our lives together. Because through consistency, through him going to the gym every day, and then coming into my cafe at school where I was a barista and ordering a healthy salad every single day, he was adorable. He's still handsome. He caught my attention. So we met, right? Then on our first date, I walked into his apartment and saw that whiteboard. And I saw all those inspirational quotes and the mental fortitude that this guy in college already had. Like, you know, like basically yelling at himself, like this positive mindset that you couldn't not see when you walked in. It was literally on the wall when you walked in his door. And I think that was the start of me falling in love with you. Like, it was just so inspiring, and so like it showed your principles and values so early on, and you've been consistent on that too. And so honestly, I think consistency can find you a fiance.
I think that's a great point. Because you wouldn't have loved my fat ass before I was going to the gym. I'm just kidding. No, but that is a great point. Yeah, I was going to the gym every single day. Even on the days off, I was going hot tubbing. I was rolling out, practicing different stretches. But she's right. I went and got the same salad every single day. And it was spinach, a mix of greens, a scoop of carrots, a scoop of mushrooms, some sunflower seeds, and 3 scoops of black beans. So for those that did not see the story, what was it? Maybe, and you got to look over there. Maybe those that hadn't seen the story about 3 Bean, this was a story about how Livy and I met. So I know we have it in the past, but I'll do a really quick rundown. Consistency led me to the gym every day. And on top of going to the gym, I was reading every day. I was practicing habits, like learning from people like I just recommended. How did others do it? And there was a guy named Tim Ferriss. For those that don't know Tim Ferriss, he wrote the 4-Hour Workweek. But he wrote another great book, The 4-Hour Body. And The 4-Hour Body was about how in 4 hours a month, you could have the body of your dreams. And I know for all my funnel hackers out there, my fackers, that is a great headline. That is an awesome idea. And I was really inspired because someone like Derek Alexander and Adam Winnig had the results that they were recommending from this book. So part of it talked about this slow carb diet and how slow carbohydrates may have been the option for me to, start lower my glycemic my glucose spikes. Man, it's been a little bit since I've been in the nutrition field, man. They were low glycemic foods, but your glycogen responses, my insulin was right there. It would cause your insulin to spike if it was a high glycemic food. So he helped me just understand some of the research behind the food that I was eating. And I am Filipino. I am Hawaiian at blood, man. I am at heart. I'm an islander, baby. I could eat Loco Moco every damn day. I'm telling you, like for facts. And essentially every meal I had as a kid and growing all the way into college, like there was rice with that meal. So I started to learn the slow carb diet and started to practiced it consistently. So not only was I reading consistently, which gave me the tools to then go to the gym and practice these certain workouts, I also was working on my nutrition and finding myself at this Duck's Bistro on a daily basis. After I would go work out, I'd go to Duck's Bistro. And that is where, unknown to me, my future fiance was working. And there was this cool little name they called me. So essentially, like I said, I walked in there every single day after my workout, and I would get a half scoop of spinach, a half scoop of mixed greens, carrots, mushrooms, some sunflower seeds, a little olive oil and vinegar, or Italian dressing sometimes too. But it was 3 scoops of black beans. So the girls, I guess, thought this guy was cute.
Super cute.
And they had to come up.
Super, super, super cute.
You're cute. And they came up with this code word, this code name for me. So when I would walk into the building, what'd you say?
3 Bean.
3 Bean is here. 3 Bean. So they called me 3 Bean. And I didn't know that. I enjoyed it. I loved the people there. Honestly, I not only went there for the food, but I also just loved the people there every single day, checking me out. Like, not checking me out. I mean, the people like Franny.
Checking.
Yeah, Franny. Maria and Evan. Is it Evan? Evan. Yeah, Maria, Evan. All of y'all. So, what did I find myself doing on a Friday night? Well, there's this nice little bar called Taylor's, and I was hanging out one night. Shout out Spencer Dunnington, the homies, and we were hanging out at the gate at the railing. And what did I see? This nice little cute girl stumble on in front of me, and she tripped. I'm not gonna say why she tripped. Yeah, she was jumping the fence, guys. She wasn't 21 yet. She was jumping the fence, but she jumped the fence and tripped and stumbled right in front of me. And looked up, and out of her pure sobriety, looks at me and says, 3 Bean. Now, for those that look at me, I have some complexion, y'all. I'm a little tanner than some people think. So I'm sitting there like, what did you call me? No, I was just thinking like, what did you call me? I needed to know. And she was trying to scurry away. I was like, whoa. What did you call me? Is that a racist comment right now? Like, did you just call me 3 Bean? I had no idea what she meant. But as I was talking to her, she proceeded to tell me exactly what I laid out for you. That you come into our Duck's Bistro every day, you order the same salad, and the girls behind the counter, we all call you 3 Bean. That was the cutest thing I ever fucking heard in my life. I mean, if there was ever a moment I was falling in love, like boom, I fell in love from the first conversation. So we actually exchanged numbers that night, and she had a birthday that next Tuesday. I remember seeing her at the gym, and she tries to look at me. She's looking out of the corner of the eye, but she's also like, oh, don't know him. Not gonna walk up to me. So she's stretching. I see her eyes just looking at me. No, it was so cute. And from there, asked her out on a date. And 5 years. 5.5.
Well, talk about consistency. The first 2 years of our relationship, half of our hanging out was going to the gym. Like, the consistency consisted.
It stayed. I kept going to the gym. And I kept getting my salad.
I started hot tubbing. I started lifting weights more. I mean, I already was at the gym too, but
nah, she wasn't. I'm just kidding.
I was.
Yeah, she was. So that's the story of 3 Bean. That's the story of what consistency can get you. And shout out to everyone that is being consistent. I know a lot. I'm very grateful. I know some consistent people. I mean, shout out to our coaches. Shout out to the Chris Worths, our Hope Masters of the world, the Anthony Trucks of the world. So many of y'all that have just, I mean, and my family, friends. Shoot, even Chris Toda coming in here yesterday saying positive vibes. Same consistent positive attitude that I knew in high school. Man, that's what it's all about. People like that, surrounding yourself with the consistent folks that are going to make it happen and be uplifting. 2020 is a crazy time, right? So how can we work together, help each other be consistent, and make it happen on a daily basis? So, that being said,
I like the Christmas version.
I love the Christmas version. Y'all see this? So there's going to be one day, I'm going to put like a crazy giveaway. Like it's going to be like, scan this. I'm going to send you $100. Who knows? It might be there right now. I'd scan it. If I was on a desktop, I'd pull out my phone and I'd scan it. Because it might be the first step on how you win that giveaway. But long story short, I am so happy and grateful for all of you that are showing up, being consistent, spreading some positive energy, supporting positive energy, and showing up for hope. That's what this is about. We showing up for hope. I see someone scanned it. Shout out. Because they're off now.
Oh.
I'm joking. But I hope you guys are having a good one. This has been fun. This is day 1.19 of the live story challenge. We got 3 camera angles now. We got a Christmas tree behind us. And we got a really cool card right here. Shout out to Julia and everyone in Denmark. Shout out to our Australian friends. Ooh, Tanya. Hey, I know it's about Christmas time, and you invited us already. Sorry we're not in Germany right now, but we're trying to get out to Germany soon. So, long story short, appreciate you guys. Let's remember to stay hopeful, and let's find a way to be consistent. Show up, be consistent. I believe in you. You can make it happen. I'm going to end it with some Christmas tunes, and then we're going to say peace. Boom, 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 dun, dun. You guys know I rap? Hey, hey, hey. We're talking consistency today. It's okay. I'm coming from the bay. And this is K. They say I'm cleaner than the maids. I misbehave, I should shave. That's what my mom says every day. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Son of a gun. Hey, this is fun. What you wanna do? My fat ass needs to run. But I'm gonna hit this nutritional plan until I'm done. Let's get it. I'm not going to rap anymore, but I am going to be doing this pretty much on every single live stream. I just can't help it. I'm so happy and grateful for everyone out there that is being consistent, that is pushing themselves on a daily basis. Y'all are hope. You guys are exactly what the world needs to see. I encourage you to post it. I encourage you to make it happen. Document the journey. Show people what you're doing. If you're trying to build the next Facebook, if you're trying to build the next Apple, if you're trying to build the next Amazon, document that shit. Share it with the world. Let people know that people are out there making the world better. There is hope, and we are here to take over the world for good. So, you're either with us or you're against us. It doesn't fucking matter to us because we staying consistent. But essentially, we appreciate all of our supporters, all of our Hope Masters, everyone at hope.dev, and all y'all. If you're watching right now, thank you. That's the shit. We really appreciate you. A very wise man this summer taught me, shout out to Howard Bowersocks, time and attention is the greatest gift that someone can give. Thank you for that gift. I'm looking forward to spending more gifts with you and providing you some more gifts as well. All you got to do is post it, and we'll try to show up. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.